So we've discussed all about the skills involved in public speaking, and you can apply all those to improvised speeches, which is awesome. But for prepared speeches, let's talk about how to structure one effectively. Obviously, speech structure is unique to the situation, but we can lay down a few basic outlines that would hold true for a lot of scenarios. So, persuasive speeches. Probably the most common structure is problem-solution benefit. You're describing an issue that needs solving or action, highlighting some possible solutions, and proving its benefits. Clear, simple, easy. Introduce the problem in your introduction and then go into your typical 3-point speech. Problem, solutions, benefits. A variation of that would be to outline the problem in a little more detail in the intro, but maybe it doesn't need as much explaining. Then do causes, effects, solutions. A lot of people will do 2 subpoints per main point, so almost 2 parallel chains of thought carried out through that 3-point structure. For example, problem in your intro. Cause 1 leads to effect 1, which has solution 1, right? But the speech structure would be something more like cause 1, cause 2, effect 1, effect 2, solution 1, solution 2. And then of course you end with a conclusion. Alright, another amazing structure for a persuasive speech. Monroe's motivated sequence. This is a 5-point structure, a little different. It's specifically designed to motivate the audience to take action. And it's kind of based on problem-solution benefits. So, number 1, attention. We've talked about openers, and you're going to have an attention getter in your intro to any speech structure anyway. I would refer to that video, though, for a more detailed look into the subject. 2, need. Describe the problem, how devastating it is, and how dire the need is. Maybe use visuals, imagery, mind-blowing statistics. At this point, psychologically, your audience is at a low because this problem you're highlighting is probably even worse than they thought, if they even knew about it. 3, satisfaction. Just another word for solution. Your audience is feeling better now. You've given a solution that they can connect with, which will have tangible results. 4, visualization. Show your audience what amazing things happen with these solutions. And lastly, action. Call them to arms, give them ways to act. Websites, phone numbers, options for donation, pamphlets, ways to spread awareness, social media, any efforts whatsoever. The cool thing is this structure can kind of be applied to anything, not just social issues. Try selling a product. Get your attention, highlight the problem your product solves, show your product as the solution, help the audience visualize its benefits, and sell. That's your action. Alright, next structure. Chronological. If you're telling a story or relating a history, your chunks should leave the audience thinking, what next? This is easy, you don't need me to explain how to tell a story. The thing is, narratives can help a lot to sell a product or explain a problem. You might start with that end result and get there using the chronological structure, aka story time. Stick to relevant details though. Next, informative. I do this a lot. This is for speeches where you're teaching, explaining a phenomenon, talking about some new tech, or a social issue potentially, but the approach is entirely objective. For this, I typically go with background, impact, implications, with the implications being more future-driven. So what? The how this influences society. Okay, lastly, demonstration structure. This is what Steve Jobs did, notably. First, talk about the why the product is amazing, why it's needed, what problems it solves for people, and so on, and then demo the actual product in all its glory. Obviously, this seems like it's more for sales pitches and product demos, but you can apply it to almost any situation. Alright, that was a lot to get through, but I think this is one of the most important videos, so I hope it helps.